close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Hey guys, today on the podcast we got Alex Newsome. He's currently playing for New South Wales Waratahs in the Super Rugby and has also played for the Western Force. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast with Alex, and I'll see you in the next one. What did you want to be when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, I think I was like a lot of kids obsessed with sports. I always wanted to be a rugby player, I think. I watched a lot of league and uni when I was growing up. Joey Johns was a hero of mine. But, so yeah, probably wanted to be a rugby player. Never thought it was going to happen, though.
Yeah. How would you describe how would your oldest friend describe you?
I don't know. It's a tough question talking about yourself like that. I just think probably someone who is hopefully a bit of fun to be around, and someone who loves sport and loves to try his hand at whatever.
Yeah. What are you most proud of in your life so far?
Most proud of making my Super Rugby debut was pretty special. Obviously put a lot of time and effort into my rugby over the last little while, so that rate's right up there for sure.
Yeah. What are you most proud of? Oh, sorry. How do you handle hard times?
In a lot of times, I think just through support network, I'm lucky to have a very supportive family and friends. So I just think whenever things aren't going well, you just got to surround yourself with people that you trust and people that supported you for a while. So I'm very lucky that I've got a tight-knit group that do that for me.
Yeah. What's it been like playing with the Waratahs?
Awesome, mate. Obviously, being born and bred in New South Wales, always sort of dreamt of playing for the Waratahs and supported them when I was a kid. Got my Super Rugby, signed my first contract with the Western Force. So to be able to represent my state now is a big privilege for me. So really enjoying it.
Yeah. What was it like playing down at the Western Force?
Mate, loved it. Great rugby community over in Perth, in Western Australia in general. Very passionate supporters. Probably one of the most passionate crowds I've played in front of, especially that year, 2017, when the whole thing about downsizing from 5 teams to 4 teams, and the Force ended up getting kicked out. So it was a big year. So thoroughly enjoyed it, and probably would have ended up staying there if they were still there in Super Rugby. But very exciting to be back playing for Waratahs now.
Yeah. Was it hard moving down to Perth?
I thought it would be, but not really. I was very lucky that I got set up with a lovely family that took me in. They've had these network of families that they used to get new players, introduce new players who were from away, and those families would almost adopt that new player. Not all of the boys live with their Force family, as they call it, but I did. So very lucky to have the Stewart family support me through that first year, and made some lifelong friends as a result.
Yeah. What was it like playing in the Australian under-20s team?
Awesome, mate. Massive privilege again. Putting on that green and gold jersey, even if it is in that age group team under 20s is a big privilege. We got to play over in Italy. That's where our tournament was in 2015. And had a great group. We, I don't know what we came. We might have finished 5th, I think, that year. So we didn't do super well, but a great group, a great team, and a lot of guys who have gone on to play professionally now, and a few Wallabies in that team as well.
Yeah. What's it been like playing alongside like the greats of the game in Michael Hooper and those guys?
Say that again. Sorry, Max. I just missed that.
All good. What's it been like playing alongside Wallabies at the Waratahs and down at the Force and learning?
Yeah, mate. It's unreal. We sort of had a really experienced group at the Waratahs over recent times. I know last year was a lot of their last years. They've moved on to new opportunities, but guys like Hoops and Izzy Folau and Bernard Foley, obviously very experienced Wallabies, and played in some of the biggest games, in recent years. So always good to learn and be around those guys who are, such experts in their field. So been blessed to, learn a lot off them.
Yeah. What are your goals for the next couple of years?
Big goal of mine is definitely to earn that green and gold jersey, I think. I think any Australian would love to represent their country, and I think all Australian Super Rugby players would have that goal in mind. So that's a big individual goal for me. But I think also probably on a more team note, to have some success with the Waratahs. I'd love to win a title with the team that I've grown up supporting. So we've got a great young crew there now that hopefully can stay together for a few years. So that'd be a great thing to be a part of.
Yeah. How are you keeping yourself busy and fit during this time?
Well, Max, this is our second week back training today. We've been training in groups of 10. So doing fitness and skills in 4 different groups, and then obviously gym as well. But before that, I was home on my family farm in Glen Innes, trying to train by myself, which was a bit of a battle. But the Waratahs sent us out with a running program, and we all took some weights from the team gym. So I was sort of trying to do some weights and a run every day to stay fit, but it's certainly a battle training by yourself.
Yeah. What have you been doing since going back to training?
So as I said, we've just been in 4 groups of 10, doing a field session and a gym session. So we're in there for about, 4 or 5 hours each day, 4 hours, and just building back our fitness levels up and speed levels, and getting the footy back in our hands. Hopefully we can, after a couple of weeks of training in groups, we can get back as a full team and look to hit the ground running in this new super domestic competition.
Yeah. Who's the worst teammate to room with on tour?
Oh, worst roommate, I'd have to say, would be Mitchell Short. He's only a small guy, but he's a very loud snorer, and he's always looking in the mirror. He's very takes a lot of pride in his personal appearance. So he's always up early, make sure his hair's right before the day.
Yeah. What's the best word that can describe you right now?
Me, right now, I'd say I would be eager to play. We've been looking up the draw, where we should have been each weekend over these last little periods. So it's a bit frustrating to know that we would have been playing around the world. But getting sick of isolation, mate. Eager to play.
Yeah. Do you guys know when your next game is?
No, I think they haven't announced it yet, but they're talking first weekend in July. So it's just still like 6 or 7 weeks away now.
Yeah. What advice would you give a 12-year-old today?
A 12-year-old, I would say, if the kid, in terms of sport, I would say play as much sport as you can, not just rugby. I'd say play, as many league, union, soccer, whatever you can. Just try your hand at everything, play as much sport as you can, and really enjoy it, I think. obviously 12 is quite young. You don't want to be getting too serious then, but just enjoy all sports, which looks like you do, Max.
Yeah. Are you studying anything at the moment?
I've finished a uni degree. Did a Bachelor of Commerce at Sydney Uni. So I finished that halfway through last year. I was studying part-time, obviously playing rugby full-time, and it's good to get that out of the way. I think it's a 3-year full-time degree. It took me 6 years, so good to have that done.
Yeah. What was your path to professional rugby?
My path was, I'd say, a pretty stereotypical one through the club rugby pathway. Sort of didn't make any representative teams at school, but through playing for Eastern Suburbs and playing Colts there, got picked in the under-20 system, ended up making the Australian under-20 team, but then wasn't signed coming out of that program, and then just played for East and made the NRC team, the New South Wales Country Eagles. And after that tournament, got offered a trial for the Western Force. So I did a pre-season there, and then they offered me a contract at the end of that. That was at the end of 2016, and so this is my 4th year playing Super Rugby. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it like playing for the New South Wales Country Eagles?
Loved it. That year we had a great team. 2016 we lost the grand final to Perth, actually, to the Perth Spirit in Tamworth. But we had a great team. I think our back line, we had Jake Gordon, Andrew Deegan, Dave Horwitz, Kyle Godwin, if you remember those guys. Good players. Myself. We had Angus Roberts, Andrew Kellaway, and Reece Robinson. So we had a great back line as well as a lot of Wallabies in the forward pack as well, with Paddy Ryan and Tolu Latu, Tom Robinson in the front row, Ned Hennigan, guys like that. So, great team, and one of my most enjoyable seasons of rugby, that NRC.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on today, Alex.
That's all right, Max. I love what you're doing, mate.
So that was Alex Newsome. I really hope you guys enjoyed the podcast today. If you wouldn't mind hitting subscribe, that'd be amazing. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang!